Hope you're doing well. We are doing well here. And today we are doing part 2 of the teas. Remember the first time we did 10 teas, most of them were leafy teas. Avocado tea, guava tea leaves. Most of them were mango tea leaves. So most of them were leafy. But today we are going to go to the spicy teas. And in these teas, there are some that are just normal and some that will you didn't even have an idea that you can have them in tea. So, as you know, this channel is about lifestyle, health, and arts and crafts with what you have. So now, I'm going to make just the recipe that I'm going to make here is just for 1 cup. Only 1. Okay, so the first tea that I'm going to make is cardamom tea. Cardamom is very good for mouth ulcers. So the recipe I'm going to make is just for 1 cup. This milk, I've already diluted it. You can have it whole or diluted, which I've done. Just as last time, we are going to, our base will be tea leaves. If you can't use this, you can use tea bags. And on top of that, we have the milk. So I'm going to put in some little tea leaves. Just like last time. We're just going to do exactly what we did last time. In there, I'm going to put cardamom. This is just recipe for 1 cup, sorry. So I have to crush them. So I'm just going to put in with the skin. Cardamom is very good for stomach issues, for digestive issues, for nausea, for acidity, bloating, gas, anything to do with your stomach. It is good. And then with also heartburn, if you have heartburn, try this tea of cardamom. If you have no appetite, you can also try this tea. It's also good for constipation. So most of these you're seeing here, you'll see them having almost the same properties. It's not that I'm repeating myself, it's because they have almost the same properties. So now, remember last time I told you that you can have 2 or 3 ingredients in 1 tea. So I'm going to put in a little holy basil. This is for 1 cup. That's holy basil. Good for your immunity. Holy basil is very, very good for your immunity. So I'm going to remove all this and put it on the side. I'll be getting them from there. First of all, I can remember I didn't introduce what I have. So I have black pepper. We are going to have black pepper. We are going to have turmeric tea or golden tea. Then we are going to have fennel seed. We are going to have hibiscus, cumin, coriander, avocado seed. We are already making the cardamom one, cinnamon, and cloves. So let me move them aside. And in our tea, we are going to have ginger. Remember, ginger is very good for you. Very good for sinuses. If you have sinuses, ginger is very, very good for you. Remember, just put a little. it's been boiling for 5 minutes. Let me switch it off. I'll put my ginger in on the sieve and I'll pour the tea over it. If you put ginger directly in your cup, it usually coagulates your tea. So this is my first tea. You can have more milk or lesser milk. The second tea I'm having is cinnamon tea. The cardamom tea that remained, I'm just putting it back in. So as it starts boiling, I'm going to put in my cinnamon sticks. Remember, all I'm doing is just for 1 cup. So I'll put in my cinnamon sticks. As you know, cinnamon is very, very good. It's a detoxifier, good for your blood. Just as cardamom is also good for your kidneys, for your liver, and also very good for bad breath, just like the cardamom. I told you most of these, you will hear them over and over. Very good for high blood pressure. It's an anti-inflammatory, good for your digestion and other stomach problems. Most spices, they work almost in the same direction. Good for your heart. So as it is boiling, I'm going to put in my ginger. Ginger is optional. You can put or you cannot. You may miss it out. This is just for 1 cup. And also ginger is good because it also prevents the growth of new cancer cells. Cardamom is also in the same category, but more research is still being done. But it's good too. Just keep taking it. So you need to make your tea in different ways. Don't just have the same tea every day. I've already given you 10. Now I'm giving you another group. So I have to switch it off. So I'm going to my third tea. So this is my second tea. You can have more milk or lesser milk. So my third tea, I'm going to have the fennel. Fennel seed is good also with digestion, also good for constipation, abdominal problems. So I'm going to put in a little. Tea leaves. Fennel is good for bronchitis. Fennel is good for menstrual cramps, same as cardamom, same as cinnamon. What does this tell you? This tells you that all these spices work together. I have made a video on the spices you should have in your kitchen in 2022. You need to go watch that video. And if you've not watched the video of which I've made other types of teas like the fennel tea, black tea, you can go watch it. It's a good tea. Fennel is also good for vision. If you have intestinal disorders or intestinal problems, try fennel tea. Fennel is good. Fennel is good for nasal or cough. Like if your nose is blocked and you have a very bad cough, you can make fennel tea. Fennel tea is very good for you if you have such ailments. It's also good for sore throat. So as I told you, ginger is optional. I'm not going to put ginger in this one. It's been boiling. Make sure that you boil your teas for 5 minutes so that everything can be absorbed in your tea. Let's move to the next tea. Tea number 4. So whatever has remained, I can put back in there. Remember, I'm making 10 cups today. So today, you're going to learn more about spicy teas from spices. Last time it was the leafy part. Today is the spice part. So I'm going to put in my cloves. Cloves are very good for liver, for your kidneys, for your heart, for your arteries. Just as I told you today, I can add in a little pepper. It's an immunity booster. All these teas are immunity boosters. They are good for colds and flus, for your blood, for your arteries. They stop even blood from clotting, like cardamom is good. Like fennel is good for hot flashes. If you are in your menopause, good for hot flashes. Now, since I've put cayenne, I'm not going to put ginger. So this one has cloves and cayenne. So this is tea number 4. Just put it back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in just a drop of tea leaves, and in there I'm going to put a little cumin. Guys, cumin is good in tea. I'm going to put cumin, which is very good also, just as I told you with the other spices. It's very good for your, it's an immunity booster, good for your blood. It makes your blood flow easily. It thins your blood. It's very, very good for sore throat, good for arthritis. Let me put in a little holy basil, which is also an immunity booster, good for menstrual cramps, very, very good for cholesterol levels, brings down cholesterol levels, so it's good for diabetic people. Good for arthritis. Very, very good for headaches. This is a channel whereby we give you health tips. We move on to our next tea. Remember, the last tea was the leafy teas. These are the spices. We do lifestyle. We give you tips. So this is our tea number 5. So the next tea we are going to have is the let me put in a bit of tea leaves. It's the coriander tea. Here's the coriander. Coriander is very good for digestion, just as the others. It's very good for your blood. It's very, very good. The leaves can be used in your food. Coriander leaves, very good for good breath. Has a lot of vitamins in it. So I'm going to take coriander. That's coriander. And I'm going to put in a little, I'll put in a little ginger. Remember, don't put ginger on in your boiling tea. It will get spoiled. So now I've reduced the milk. I've diluted the tea more because not all people want tea with a lot of milk. Put it back. That's the coriander tea. So next, so the avocado skin, very, very good for cancer, very good for treating insomnia. If you have sleeping problems, this is very good for you. It cures your headaches, keeps your skin healthy. So this is avocado seed, avocado skin that has been dried. It helps in diarrhea. If you're having diarrhea, it will help a lot when you're having diarrhea. So I'm going to put in a little tea leaves. So I'm going to cover it to boil. So let me put in a little holy basil. So this is our next tea. So the next tea is black pepper tea. Black pepper. Just the way we used cayenne, we are also going to use black pepper. Black pepper is very, very good for your high blood pressure, for diabetes, very good for sore throat and mouth problems, good for good breath. It prevents colds and flus and good for your headache. It gives you a kick. It also prevents blood clots. Good for your kidneys. So this second group of tea has lesser milk. If you have high blood pressure, it's good to use black pepper. It's a detox. It cleans your digestive system. Very good for sore throat also, just as I said. When you're having a cold, very good, especially when you're sneezing, and very good for coughs. So once you put black pepper, don't put again. Once you put black pepper, you can't put ginger. So the next tea that we are going to have, so I'll put my tea leaves in this one. There are so many different types of teas you can have. Now the avocado seed is the one that I'm going to put next. So I'm cutting it. Since it's 1 cup, I'm not going to put a lot of it. I'm just going to put in a small piece. Very medicinal. Avocado seed is very medicinal. Very good for your kidneys. It's an anti-fungi, anti-aging. It also repairs skin damage. Like if you have wounds, if you take a lot of this type of tea with avocado seed, very good. It's also very good for your acne and very good for arthritis or joint pains. It strengthens your nails. And if you have an itchy scalp, you can put it in water, boil and clean your scalp. And it also makes, if you want your hair to grow, you can make this type of tea. You can put it in water and even clean your scalp. Make sure that it boils for a good amount of time so that it can boil down. Now the last tea that I'm going to have, you can have it with a lot of milk, or you can have it as strong tea, black tea. So this tea. So the last tea I'm having is the turmeric tea. You can have it just with milk, or you can have it black, or you can have it with very little milk. Like the one I'm making here has very little milk. And in it I'm going to put some holy basil in it. So on this channel we usually make so many recipes, minimum 8 to 10. So our last tea is the turmeric tea, which I'm going to pour in a glass. You can have it with little water, you can have it with a lot of water, or a little milk or more milk. That's our last tea. Turmeric is a blood thinner. It's a blood thinner. So now I want us to start putting together our teas. So that's our golden tea, which is a blood thinner, good for high blood pressure. So those are 20 teas I've given you for a variety in the kitchen, so that you can enjoy your teas more and more. You can tell the difference, the teas that have more milk than the ones that don't have milk. Lesser milk. You can have all these teas in black tea, where you will not have any milk involved. You can have them with lesser milk, a lot more milk. So all of these teas have almost the same properties. They are good for your blood pressure, they are good for colds, they are immunity boosters, good for coughs, good for your breath, good for your brain, your arteries, your heart, for kidneys. They are good for your liver, for your digestive problems, for your stomach problems. They are blood thinners. Some of them are blood thinners. Some of them are very, very good for hair growth. Some are very good for repairing skin damage. So these are your teas. All together I have for you 20 teas, and I'm still going to collect more teas for you. There'll be a part 3. This is just a part 2. There'll be also a part 3 in future, whereby I'll have collected all the teas and I've tried them and found that they can be taken. So for those people who have bumped here for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by and watching our videos. Please subscribe and refer us to your friends to live a healthy life. And for those people who have been with us all this time, thank you so much for returning to watch our videos. We appreciate. Road to 2,000 subscribers. Like, share, put a thumbs up, and even hit the notification bell. Put a comment down below and let us know the type of tea you usually take. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one. Happy tea life.